Well, Steelers and Ravens, it's a fierce rivalry where you can throw the records out the window. Pittsburgh is currently riding a 4-game winning streak against Baltimore, and those 4 games were decided by a combined 13 points. For more on what to expect tomorrow, it's time to send it back to Coach and Bob for your keys to the game, presented by your neighborhood Ford store. Guys.
Hey, Missy, it's time for Mike Tomlin to talk about this big matchup between the Ravens and the Steelers, two teams that like to run the ball. Coach, your run game has been very good for the last 5. If you look over it, you're one of the top rushing, not only attempts, but yards in the NFL. That needs to continue. Ball possession, is that what this comes down to first and foremost?
It's rock'em sock'em robots. For those of us that are 50 years old, we remember that toy. That's how these two teams come together. It's more about smiling in the face of adversity. There's going to be plays made on both sides. You could put about 90 seconds on the clock and spot the ball and then see what happens. That's how these two teams unfold. And so for us, particularly for our young players and with the concentration of young players on offense, we can't get frustrated by the natural ebb and flow that happens in game. We got to cut our eyelids off if we're blinkers. It's going to be that type of day. We got to stay in the fight. Usually the group that stays in the fight, that has a certain amount of resolve, that doesn't let adversity get the best of them, is the group that prevails in this matchup.
These kind of matchups, people expect them to happen maybe early in the season, then late. It's not been that way. I know the NFL likes to put these division games at the end. Is it good to have them two meetings within just a couple of weeks as opposed to spreading them out?
I don't care. I really don't. I just you ask me during the week, I'm saying, yeah, now's the time to play them because I get narrowly focused. I don't mind the late component. I see the entertainment value from the fans' perspective. I know it added a lot of drama to Week 17 last year or Week 18 when we were up there in the last week of the season and some of the other things that were going on in divisional play, Indy down in Jacksonville and things of that nature. And so, I've come to embrace it. It really doesn't matter to me. I appreciate it if the fans appreciate it.
These are often one possession, one kick games. Special teams, we talk about it every week, but I imagine on a game like this, it's even more intensified.
And they got a potential gold jacket guy over there in Tucker. And I'd be remiss if I didn't, acknowledge that. That's a generational kicker, man. That's a guy that's been on the cutting edge and been unique for a long time now. They get to midfield there in scoring territory. He's got a resume that proves that. And so the field positioning component is big when you're talking about a weapon like Tucker.
Well, you have a weapon, Chris Wormley. Ever since you acquired him, you guys haven't lost. I hate to put a jinx on it if people believe in jinxes. It's 4-0.
You probably shouldn't trade players in division. They're probably rightly motivated by that. I know that I do my part. In weeks like this, every time I walk past Worm, I say, boy, I can't believe they traded you in division. They don't think a lot of you when they trade you in division. But no, all kidding aside, man, Wormley's a quality player. When they moved him, they had unique depth. It was a reasonable decision in terms of them moving on, but we're also thankful that we have him. He's been a nice contributor to our efforts and have been a quality player and teammate for us.
Coach, as always, best of luck.
Thank you.